I have in my hands a AR57 made by 57 Center. It shoots the 5.7 FN round, also known as the 5.7 by 28. This here, the upper receiver, is precision milled from a one-piece block of aluminum. Has the Picatinny rails bottom and on the sides, and then there's a front and rear Picatinny rail, which these top rails are removable, so if you want to put a different size rail on there, you can. If you want one that's a little bit lower or higher, you can order that part and have it put on there. The barrel is chrome alloy and parkerized, free float. This one here is the 16 inch. It also comes in an 11 inch, a 6 inch, and you can order the full carbine with a 16 inch barrel. This one here is just an upper. I have it on a Bravo company M4 lower, and the scope I have on here is a M223 from Nikon, which I really like. The bolt is also chrome alloy parkerized bolt, and the magazine is a PS90 mag, holds 50 rounds. When you got a scope mounted on it, it's a little bit tricky. When there's no scope, the easiest way to mount it is from the top. When you have a scope, you kind of have to work it in from the side, which is not the simplest procedure. It's not something I would want to do in the middle of a firefight. Fortunately, it is a 50 round magazine, so you won't have to reload quite as often. It is recoil operated. The recoil of the round forces the bolt to the rear. It is bottom eject, which is kind of nice. If you've ever shot the FN57 handgun, the casings fly pretty far. So on this one here, when you're shooting it, all the casings are coming out the bottom, all in one place. You can even take a standard AR-15 magazine and gut it, take the spring out, and cut the top off, and you can slide it in, and that'll catch all your rounds in there. The only bad thing about that, you will have to, obviously don't forget about it. You need to check it every once in a while, because once it fills up, it could cause some problems in here. Carbine is a lot of fun to shoot. I've taken it to the range. I've blown a couple hundred rounds out of it. Very accurate. Recoil is pretty much nothing. Less than a 223. I would probably put it somewhere around a 17 Hornady. Maybe a 22 Winchester Magnum, somewhere around in there. So it's very low recoil. It's a great plinking rifle. One nice thing about this rifle, if you're looking at something, you want to get a carbine in the 5.7 FN round, you can look at the PS90, which is a great rifle. This carbine here, the upper is going to be about half the price of that. Makes it a little bit more affordable. The average guy who is mostly going to be using this for plinking, a little bit of target shooting. Price of a PS90 can be a little bit much. If you want to just basically take up space in your gun safe. If you don't want something that expensive, but you'd like to try the round, maybe you have the 5.7 handgun. So this thing here, like I said, half the price. Shoots great, very accurate, and it's very high quality production. Here's a close-up of the AR57 from 57 Center. Just take a quick look at the bullet. This is the 5.7 FN, also known as the 5.7 by 28 millimeter. Looks almost exactly like the 223 or 5.56 NATO. It's kind of like a little mini version of it. So that's those side by side, and then here is the 9mm. So you can kind of look at the size of them. As I said before, the lower is on a Bravo company lower, and the scope is a Nikon M223. So the first thing we're going to do here, we're going to take the magazine out. And just to show you how this loads, is kind of a neat procedure. It's It's got a little cartridge right here to kind of show you which direction you put them in. Put it in, there's the first round, it sits like this, and this is what's going to position it. The second round you put in, as you put it in, you see the first round spin. That causes this round here is at a 90-degree angle as compared to that one. Show you one more time here. Push this one down, and that one spins. It's kind of it happens kind of fast, so it's kind of hard to show you. So, make sure the chamber's empty. And when you purchase this upper receiver, one thing that it comes with is a buffer. This buffer, it's a lot heavier than a standard M4 carbine buffer. And then there's also, if you have an A2 lower, you can get an A2 buffer also. It's very heavy compared to standard, primarily because you got the force of the the round kicks the bolt back, so you got a pretty heavy bolt that's coming back against the buffer. So you want something that's going to be sturdy. Here's the charging handle and the bolt. This bolt, there is not a lot to it. Solid one-piece unit. You can see the firing pin in here. Cleaning of this rifle is extremely simple. Punch the bore, clean out the inside, wipe down the bolt, and that's pretty much it. It's got a pretty neat, nifty compensator on the end as compared to the standard mil-spec compensator. The barrel is free float. It's got a little up arrow, so you can't really mess that up when you're putting it away. Once again, when you have a scope attached, it's not the easiest operation getting it in, but it's not too terribly difficult. You just kind of got to work it in. I think the more you do it, the more you're going to get used to it, so the simpler it'll be, just like anything else. If you're thinking about getting one of these carbines, I would definitely recommend it. It's extremely high quality. The parts, very durable. I think if you take care of it, I think this thing is going to last a lot longer than you will. So, if it's something you're on the market for, if you want a carbine in the 5.7 FN round, I would highly recommend this. Plus, you can use your lower receiver that you use with all your other ARs. So it'll save you a little bit of coin right there. So, as always, if you have any questions, go ahead and post them on the YouTube page, and anything else, I was going to say Semper Fi.